Hey everybody! So, first of all, I apologize for not wearing Lolita. I'm wearing my awesome Walt Disney World shirt, though. I was just dog sitting at a neighbor's house, and ruffles are not the best thing to wear when hanging out with dogs. So, Love Kami Butterfly, I think that's how you pronounce it, asked me to do a video about accessories. And I think I'm actually probably going to have to split this up into groups of accessories because there are so many. But I thought I'd talk a little bit about different Lolita accessories and show off some of mine, I guess. I'm going to start with hair stuff because I love hair stuff. Anyone who knows me can attest to the fact that, like, I don't leave home without a headband. That just feels weird. So I'm going to start off with headdresses because in the beginning of Lolita, it was pretty much what you wore back in like 2002, 2003, really up until like probably 2004 or 5. They were pretty prevalent. But I only own one rectangle headdress. And this is actually from Bodyline, but it's really pretty. It's got little roses on the end, and it's got crisscrossing ribbons, and you know, it goes on your head like this. It's like so crooked. There we go. Sometimes, a lot of times I saw girls tie it under their neck, but this is like uncomfortable and kind of funny looking to me, so I always tied them under my hair. Some brands still make these. They're more common actually in classic brands, but in very, very skinny, kind of more headband looking styles. This giant quote-unquote maxi pad headdress is not as common anymore, but I still think they're cute. So yeah, another variant of the headdress is the round headdress. This one's also from Bodyline. I got it to match my blue Bodyline dress. But these are still pretty common, I would say. Some of them come with ribbons to tie like the rectangular headdresses do, and some of them come on headbands. I don't know, I think these are really cute because it's something a little different. But it's not like, you know, like so crazy over the top that people would be like, what is on your head? Okay. I have had guy friends jokingly call this my head pancake. Head pancake. Let's see. There are lots of variants on the headband as well. I'm going to start off with this guy. These are Alice bands or head-eating bows, I guess. They're a lot more common in Sweet. I don't see them very often with Gothic or whatever, or anything else really. They're basically Sweet headgear. They're large. This one is from Meta, and it's actually wired, so you can like mess with it if you want to. Angelic Pretty makes like 10 of these to match every print. And they're pretty common. I think they're a little harder to pull off than smaller bows because like that is so much stuff on my head. But it all depends on how much hair you have or how big your wig is. So yeah, these have been around for a long time too. These were still pretty common back in the day. Some of these do come with headbands, some of them do not. I have found sometimes though, this one's not too bad, but I have a baby head bow, and I've tried on an Angelic Pretty head bow before, and the headbands are really, really tiny, and they pinch my head, and it's like, I don't even have that big of a head, I don't think. But it's not so much a problem when you wear a wig because that pressure is on more so on the wig than on your head, but like, I have trouble wearing my baby head bow just by itself. Let's see, something more common with classic styles are flowers. I actually made this to go with a outfit I wore for the Renaissance Fair. I see sometimes garlandy style things like this, or individual corsages. This one I normally keep on a headband, but it does come off. I think I just got this from Claire's. I don't remember. But yeah, that's more common what you'll see in classic styles, or I guess classic also does smaller headbands and more understated bows. They don't do huge bows so much. This is one of my little bit more Gothic pieces. I just clipped my corsage onto it. This was from Claire's, actually. The really nice thing about Lolita headgear is you can, especially if you're wearing something really casual, it's really easy to find headbands and things. Like I've got this at Claire's too. It's just got a little bow on it. And they're also not head pinching, which is nice. Yes, let's see, what else? I also, brands make these little guys. Normally they come in sets of 2 and they're just little combs. I did this, will stay in my hair. Maybe, okay. Yeah, they normally come in sets of 2 and they match a print typically. Sometimes they have lace on them, sometimes they don't. A tip for how to get these to stay in your hair, especially if you have thinner hair or just like hair that doesn't like to hold things, take a couple of bobby pins and just clip right over the comb and it'll make them a lot more secure. So yeah, these are awesome if you have short hair or if you are wearing something more casual. Like my hair used to be pretty significantly shorter. It's getting kind of long and poofy. But it was a lot harder for me to pull off the full Alice band giant head-eating bow sort of thing, and it was a lot easier and really less awkward to wear these little guys. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna move into hat territory now. Bonnets have been making a comeback recently. For a while there, it was kind of like a thing, kind of passe, but recently more structured bonnets have come on the scene. This thing is so huge. I made this for a con a couple years back, and I wore it with some flowers right here, so it wasn't so like giant. But you know, they're typically stiff. Normally it's made with buckram and wire and that sort of thing. Triple Fortune is a brand that makes some amazing, amazing bonnets, but does not really have an online store. Great. This I actually made with plastic canvas, which works surprisingly well. Buckram is kind of hard to find in general craft stores, but it wasn't too hard to make. Oh, I also have, let's see, on this side, my big plumy feather. This structured bonnets I think are really a nice reference to Victorian fashion and kind of really old-fashioned looking. A lot of brands also make like floppy bonnets. I don't have any floppy bonnets, but they've gotten less common over the years as structured bonnets have gotten more popular, I guess. Boater hats. This is actually pretty tall for a boater. This is actually vintage. Yeah. Boater hats have gotten more popular in the past couple of years. I could wear the bow in the front. I don't know which direction. Yeah. Boater hats, just last year actually, got a huge rise in popularity from Japan, just like street fashion. Like everyone was wearing boater hats. Lolitas were wearing boater hats, Mori girls were wearing boater hats, Gowdy were wearing boater hats. Everyone was wearing boater hats, so they've been really popular lately. And just general, just general structured hats. Wool hats are pretty common in classic styles. This is a bowler hat that I got from Target a while ago. They're not as common as I would like them to be. I really like nice wool hats. But Victorian Maiden makes some, and Innocent World makes some, so they happen. They're just not super common. And now for more style-specific things. Here's my little Pirate Lolita tricorn. It's kind of large for my current hairstyle. I would wear it with something larger hair. But yeah, these are pretty specific to pirate style. I made this one. I covered a little straw hat in felt, and then I tacked up the sides. Cool. This is one of those things that you need big hair to pull off, though. And a lot of times I am too lazy to have big hair. And this is a little crown. Mini crowns used to be really popular. They're not quite as popular anymore, but I really dig them. this was actually an ornament from Hobby Lobby, and I was like, this is huge and awesome, and I'm going to buy it and put it on my head. So that's cool. But yeah, smaller tiaras exist. Brands make them, I guess. Sometimes they make the little cone ones too, that are just like little tiny tiaras. And you know, all sorts of assortments of hair clips and general madness. But the crowns are pretty much only worn with Hime Lolita. I don't think I've ever seen anything else with it. So yeah, I guess that's a general overview of stuff Lolitas put on their heads. I mean, there's other crazier things, like cakes and small animals. I don't know. But that's a general idea of the various things that we wear on our heads. So yeah, I think that's about it. Okay, bye guys.